So, hi guys, how are you? So, I have been planning on shooting something small or recording at least something small. This month being my baby's birthday month. Don't worry, there'll be so many errors because this is the first time I'm doing this. So, I have always felt like I have a lot of stories to share with you guys, and for this month specifically, I really want to talk about my pregnancy journey and so far how it has been being a first-time mom and yani being how it has been as a single mom and how the baby is doing, how the pregnancy was. And for those people who know me, they really know that I really struggled getting pregnant. Yani, I got pregnant after I had given up. And yani, it's not, how do I say? It's not something that I thought would happen at that time. So it came at the right time, and it is such an honor and it's such a blessing. Let me tell you guys, and I'm speaking specifically to ladies who are somewhere and they are busy thinking that they are about to give up on trying getting pregnant and anything. I guess I'm going to mix um, English and Swahili because so the people mostly will be most of my friends are from Kenya, so Swahili will be in there. So what I can say is counting I got pregnant. Let's start from when I got pregnant. So I got pregnant when I was 30, yeah, and I delivered in the same year. So still, I was still 30. So it's how did I manage to staying so many years without getting pregnant, considering that the youths of nowadays that yani tunajua mengi sana unajua, so we know a lot of things, and we know how to protect ourselves. And I think that's the reason as to why, for me, that's one of the reasons as to why I can say it took me a longer time to conceive than I expected. Reason being, I think maybe I took a lot of family planning medication before and everything, unajua tu. Anyway, I didn't want to get pregnant before. So when it came the time to now start trying, and by then maybe you're thinking by 27 you'll be having your first child, or you'll be now ready to settle down and with someone and everything, but it doesn't happen. And then you keep on trying getting pregnant, but it doesn't happen, and like you give up. I remember one scenario. I went to buy a pregnancy test kit, and when I when I when I arrived at the chemist, I told the guy, pray for me. I need it to come out positive. That time I remember I was working in Nakoma Junction, and that time nikaenda nikapima and it came out negative. It was clear, like plain, nothing. Hakukuwa na kitu. So I felt so much disappointed, and I even questioned, and I asked God, maybe having a baby was not part of what you had planned for me in my life. So I told him to help me accept, yani whether I'll ever become a mother or not, to help me accept, and yani nisi feel like I'm lesser a woman just because I'm not a mom. So that time, from that point henceforth, I guess I felt like I was giving myself so much pressure, and I really felt so bad, but I decided, since I'm alive, I have a lot of things to celebrate other than getting pregnant. And plus, God's timing is always the best. So I stopped trying anyway. So, and then fortunately or unfortunately, I traveled, and I'm now in UAE. And for those who have been in this country, know that having a relationship in this country is something else. It's work, you know. Yani ni job. And you really cannot accommodate a relationship unless really you're living with someone and, you know, yani it's such a hassle. You work, for me, I can say I work for 10 hours. So I go naendanga job in the morning. Let's say I will start working at around 10. By the time I go home, it's 8 o'clock in the evening. Hiyo time ya boyfriend unatoa wapi? So, first things first, how do I say it? When I got pregnant, I knew, yani, I really knew when I can even tell you the exact date and day when I, when I got pregnant. But I knew I was not safe. But fact being, for the past like 5 years, I have never gotten pregnant. So I thought, ni siku tu ya kawaida and, you know, like it's not going to happen and life moves on. But what I can say is I prayed. Really, I asked God if I'm supposed to get pregnant this time around. Mungu, nitangulie. You know, like God, tangulia. So I remember because I'm in Abu Dhabi, so I went to Dubai to meet my boyfriend at that time, and we were in love, yes. And so I went, met him. I was planning on traveling the following month. I think I was coming to Kenya for a vacation. So I went and saw him, and the following day I was working. We met at a hotel called Nice. That baby should have been called Nice. So, and yeah, so that's where my baby was conceived in Dubai. And after 1 week or 2 weeks, I traveled in Kenya, and that time I had plans of going to see a gyna, and I told one of my friends, please, like advise me or recommend for me a good gyna that I can go and see. Because to say the truth, most of my friends, they have, I won't really say, any complication too. So I nimekuwa ile nikijiuliza, how come if my friends are having these problems, maybe even me, I have one of these problems, yeah? So I needed to go and find out, like, is my ovaries okay? Is my uterus okay? And all those things. Yani, I needed to go and know, am I fertile? Am I okay? My younger bro is a doctor. I kept on asking him, yani, which medicine can I use? What can I take? And one time he told me, Anne, your mother has given birth to 7 kids. There is no how you can be infertile. No how. So I told him, okay, fine. If there is no any medication you can recommend, then I think I'll just keep on trying. So the day I went to the gyna, I was specifically going to be checked. Apart from other things, I was specifically going to be checked whether there is any chance I'm infertile. So that day I go to the gyna. It's in Hurlingham. A very nice doctor, by the way. So he asked me, like, I told him like my concerns and everything. And then he told me, and what I can say is, first of all, what I can ask is, are you pregnant? I told him, really, I don't know. And he told me, what I can recommend for you is you go and get serious and get busy. So I told him, where I work, it's very hard to get busy. You can't tell me to be with someone for, like, you know, nianze kuwa na mtu kama dawa 3 times in a day. It's impossible. So I told him the only thing I need for you to advise me is, like, tell me, like, which specific days is it that at least naweza jiorganize and know, like, there is no how I'm not going to get pregnant on this day, you know, because I have been busy on both days, on all days, and nothing seems to happen. I even count my calendar and nothing seems to happen. So I decided, like, I told him, like, I need your advice. So he told me, first of all, we are going to check, like, we are going to do these scans, but also we are going to check also if you're pregnant. And then we checked other, and then he recommended other scans and everything, and other tests and everything. So the first result that came out, you guys can guess it was which one. The result, it was the pregnancy test results. So the lab technician calls me, and she tells me it was a she, and she was pregnant also. So she tells me, come. So I go. Then she's like, sit down. So one of your results is out. We had done a pap smear. Yeah, we had done a pap smear, and we were doing a lot of, yani we were doing the whole analyzing kila kitu. Yani I was doing the whole thing. If you know, yani if you're a lady, you understand. I was going in for a full checkup. So the lab technician tells me, so you chick, hey, you know what? One of your results is out. Which one? Pregnancy test results. And I'm like, tell me now. And then she's like, and it's positive. Congratulations, you're pregnant. I was like, what? What? Come again. And she was like, yeah, you're pregnant. And the good thing is that she was also pregnant, so I was so happy for her. I was so happy for me. And then the first person that I called was the friend that had recommended me to this gyna. So yeah, I'm going to drop names. The first person I called was Asha, because Asha was the one who had recommended me to that doctor through another friend. Yani, it was a chain. So I told Asha, but there was another situation there, because there was a miscommunication with the billing, because I don't have an insurance in Kenya. So I asked the lady had recommended that we do, sijui alikuwa ameita nini hiyo test ile ya kuangalia, sijui ni resas zinaitangwa nini, all those things to check whether your blood and the blood of the baby is zitaishi pamoja ama mutakataana, those things. So she told me, like, we need to do that whole test and then check the HIV. But I think the HIV I was to do it before anyway, because I had gone for a whole full checkup. So she told me, I will recommend we do this test today, blah 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 blah. And I asked her how much is the bill, and she told me at the moment as we speak, it's standing at 78. So I asked her, 78 K or 7,800? And then she told me 78K. And I was like, what? Kwani nimerushwa kwa MRI? Hey! And I was like, what? And I expected my bill to go high, because this doctor was from Nairobi Hospital, but I didn't expect it to be that, and considering it's just tests. So when she told me like that, I told her, let's just do the test that we had scheduled for today. The other one, I will come and do it next time, because also if there is any medication will be recommended, blah blah blah, I'll have to purchase them and everything. And she said, okay, fine, we can as well do that test when you come for your first clinic. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. And let me tell you, I didn't know how to take in the news. And when I told my friend told me, Anne, don't worry about the bill. I had the cash, but I knew, like, I didn't organize myself for such a huge bill. So, and that is in Kenyan shillings. So I told my friend, and my friend told me, Anne, let's just celebrate first. Let's celebrate that we have a baby first. Anything else, we shall sort it later. Like mambo ya bill nini nini nini, harambe tutachanga, kwani iko nini, you know. I got you. Watu wa Abel Motua ndia. So I was so much excited. I called my auntie. Yeah, I think the second person I called was my auntie, and I told her, guess what? We're pregnant. And she was like, what? Unasikia nini? Unasikia kutapika? Unasikia nini? Like that. Okay? So, fast forward. So that's how I found out I was pregnant. Anyway, the miscommunication about the bill, nilijua baadaye kwa sababu when I was about to pay the bill, that's when the cashier told me, like, this is your bill. And I was like, what? I thought it was 70 something K. And then she told me, no, maybe kulikuwa na miscommunication, blah, 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 because I had done a lot of tests. And then the bill ended up being small, and she told me, like, being not as huge as I had expected. And then she told me, Anne, with that shock that you had, chukua Uber and ujibaie pizza and a home. And I was like, hey, hallelujah, amen. So that's how I found out I was pregnant. Say amen, because can you imagine you're going for a fertility checkup, whatever, appointment or whatever, sindio? Then you end up, God ends up telling you, my friend, hell no, you're not infertile. Actually, you're very fertile, and this is the blessing. You know, yani me, that baby of mine, me, you can't tell me anything. That's a God-given baby. Anyway, all babies are God-given, and they are a blessing. I want to tell yani anyone, I think I'm about to become a preacher, and I think I can be very good preacher, isipokuwa ni hizi video zingine na postingi wakati ambapo nimeenda party after party, then zinaharibu hii uhubiri, you know. Anyway, by the way, being on a serious note, wewe imagine you go for a fertility checkup, then what happens next? You end up coming out of there knowing that you actually not only are you fertile, but you already have that fruit of fertility. You get, yani, it was such an amazing news. It was amazing. At the age of 30, that baby of mine came at the right time. Bado sijaona sahani yake, lakini me, I can tell you, she has fitted into my life so perfectly fine. And this first year it's a journey and a half. And for those who know me and follow me on my social media accounts, know that my baby is in Kenya and I'm in UAE. I'm raising my baby from a long distance parenting thing. It's very hard. And let me tell you, it doesn't come without tears. It's very challenging. It's very challenging. Kikuyu, my friend. It's very hard, but at the end of the day, because you really don't want this baby to lack anything, and you don't want this baby to go with, yani, you don't, hutaki mtoto akose kitu yote. Unajua? So that's why you have to take those chances, and you go the extra mile and even travel overseas and to look for that. But you know, I know people will say it's very it was a bold move to make it. It was really hard for me, but one thing I can say, everything happens for a reason. I'm thinking of posting videos. I really want to encourage those people who are raising their babies from a distance like me. It's very hard, but let me tell you, kama ni mama yako anachunga mtoto wako, you are at peace, because my mom is so amazing with my baby. I'm seeing God through her. You know, my baby is doing good. They're bonding so well. But I think her birthday I'll have to attend via Zoom. I had plans of going home for her first birthday, but unfortunately with this corona situation, I cannot travel, because I'll travel, then I'll get quarantined and everything. Yeah, the whole process is quite expensive, and considering that at some point we were not working and everything. So anyway, so that's the whole situation. So that's how I got pregnant. after more than 5 years of trying. And that's how I found out I was pregnant. Then my baby will be 1 this month. I gave birth last year on the 21st. I was on the 21st of October 2019. And her name is Adia. And what else? In October 20th is usually what? Mashujaa Day. So my baby is a Shujaa because I gave birth, it was on, the Mashujaa Day was Sunday. And obviously when the holiday is on Sunday, inapushiwangwa to Monday. So I gave birth on Monday at around 5 something, because at around 5:30 I had the baby. Okay, so she's a Shujaa. My baby is a Shujaa, my friends. Akonika Shujaa, and that's why. And she's a Kameme FM, just like the mother. In case I had any doubts, because that child does not look like me, but now I'm sure the characters are mine. The face is not mine, but she's doing so much amazing. So far the menonaona ni mbili. I'm yet to see the upper ones, which are giving her a hard time, but she's doing amazing, by the way. And she's learning how to walk. Okay, so at the moment she's still walking, holding things, but very soon maybe she's going to have some confidence and let go of them, of herself, and at least make some few steps. But anyway, so I'm planning on the sharing about my delivery journey and my pregnancy also, because I had the craziest pregnancy. I wonder how people get pregnant. Yani 2 times. Unapata mimba na unazaa na unaenda kuzaa mtoto mwingine. As much as I'll still get a second child. But si saa hizi. Wacha tusikizane. Not now. But I'll share about my pregnancy journey. Then also I'll share about my delivery journey, which was also something else. And I want also to share about what else do I want to share? No, you also don't want to share too much. I want also to share about my delivery, my pregnancy, and so far how it has been as a first-time mom, and the baby being away, how I have, what I'm doing, and how I have tried making the journey easier for myself and easier for the other people, and what my plans in future, and wacha tufikie hapo leo. Those are 23 minutes. Wacha tufikie hapo leo. Then, in case you have any questions, ask. I shall be recording a little bit here and there. And then the purpose of this whole thing is because I know there are some people that I'm going to encourage somewhere. My aim specifically is to encourage someone somewhere. If you don't talk about these things, some people think that they are the only ones who are going through hard stuff or some situations. So that's why I have chosen. I want my stories to encourage someone, and I want also for it to be a testimony, and for God to know that I'm so grateful for what He's doing for me and for my baby and for my family. I want Him to know that I'm so much appreciative, and the way He has never left my side, So, yes. So, peace. Adios.